Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. What's up, you little sock sniffers? Dude, if you smell your socks, sometimes you pick them up and you smell them and see if they got another day left in them. Man, I think that's what God does with us. Sometimes he pick you up and he smells you and like, maybe this one could go a little bit more. What's up, you little sock sniffers? Let's go.
Mother, may I open my eyes? 'Cause there's a great big world waiting right outside. Mother, may I raise my voice? Do we the people have that choice? Mother, may I rest my head? Though I did not try my best. Mother, may I sip the wine? Though I did not tend the vine. Oh, death, you can come for me. Oh, death, you can't comfort me.
Man, sorry, I zoned out there for a second. That's Evan Bartels. And this is one of the neat things about the podcast is, man, I got to meet Evan Bartels this weekend in Omaha. And people call it different things. Omaha, Bromaha, for guys, a lot of guys. Homoha, people call it. A couple of fellas call it that. Dudes was trying to pick me up, too. So that was this dude, Lloyd, and Paul. And no thanks, guys. I respect y'all, but, I'm still trying to deal with the ladies for now. But I got to meet Evan Bartels. He came out. That man that just sang to us. He came out. And he brought his brother. He had a brother. He's got a brother, and they had some ladies with him, and he came out. And it was just nice. It was nice to put a face and just a vibe and an energy with that song right there. And it's a beautiful song. That's The Devil, God, and Me by Evan Bartels. And I just thought maybe when I go to Kansas City, and that's going to be in April, I believe, maybe we'll do an after show or something with Evan, or maybe we'll get him to see if he would come and play before the show as people are coming into the venue or something like that. That'd be pretty sweet. Thank you guys for being here. It is January 14th. It is the year 2019. We're in the future, and welcome to this past weekend. I'm sitting here, and I got our producers in the studio today. Nick Davis is in here. Nick,
what's going on? Welcome back, Theo.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And some of you guys are probably like, well, what's Nick doing in here? I don't know. I was just driving over here a little while ago, and I don't know. I guess I just needed a little change for today. Sometimes you just had to change some things up. And I mean, to be honest, I didn't even really want to ask him to be on, to be honest, Nick. But that's part of me that just doesn't want to, it's like afraid of change, So, and this won't be an all the time thing, guys. It was just something today. I said, they don't even really know Nick, and I don't know. I thought it would be different. So Welcome, Nick.
Thank you. And congratulations on your big Saints win. It's pretty huge.
Oh, yeah. Well, if some of you guys will remember, last year I was doing an episode, and the Saints, there was 2 minutes left or something. I paused the game because I wanted to watch it later. Or there was the fourth quarter, the Saints were up or something. I paused the game. I wanted to watch it later. I didn't check any text on my phone, and I recorded the episode. At the end, my brother calls on the air, and we'll even go back to that. I'm going to have Nick edit this back in if you don't mind, Nick.
No problem.
And that's when my brother let me know the news that I couldn't believe. So, no, actually, this is a perfect ending because I'm just finishing up my podcast. This is the very end, and I don't know what happened. I paused it right after the Saints kicked their field goal. There was 25 seconds left. Why don't you tell me what happened? I want to know.
Well, there was 10 seconds left. The third and 10 or whatever. They need about 20 yards to get a field goal range, 25 yards, maybe more than that.
Uh-huh.
And, I'll put it like this. There's a 1 in 100 chance that the Saints lose. 1%.
Yeah.
And they fell into that 1%. Yeah. They lost. Dude, he threw it to Tavon Diggs, whatever his name is. The dude caught it like the 40, right?
Right.
About probably 4 feet from the sideline. Marcus Williams was right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all he had to do was literally pull him to the ground. He rolled into the other cornerback. I don't know, it might have been Lattimore, who it was there. Then Tavon Diggs just ran into the end zone.
No, they got a touchdown?
Yeah, it was 0 seconds on the clock. It was 10 seconds left, dude. They were like on our 35?
Yeah.
No, on their own 35 or 40, yeah. Like a 1% chance we would lose that game at that point.
Damn, man.
I think they lost like that, similar to Tampa Bay. I didn't see the end of the Tampa Bay game, but
It just kind of makes me mad.
Man. It was a heartbreak, man. It really was.
Anyhow, Omaha was good. Dude, it snowed, bro. We got snowed up, man.
I miss snow. I
You
miss
do?
snow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because you're from
La Crosse, Wisconsin.
La Crosse, Wisconsin.
The frozen tundra.
Is it really?
Well, Green Bay technically, but we're frozen tundra adjacent.
And how cold does it get there?
Really, really cold. I lived 8 years in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and my last winter there, I think it was 2014, there were 40 straight days. It did not get above 0. 40 straight days.
And what do you do then if you're indoors?
You move to LA.
Do you really? But you're indoors now. What are you doing there when you're indoors? You doing what? You have animals, or what do you guys do?
Straight hibernation. Usually you cuddle up with animals for warmth, fires, layers, lots of layers if you do have to brave the cold. But yeah, most of the time just staying indoors, like you said.
Okay. Oh, I ran into that fighter too that you met, Nick. Tell me about that guy.
Oh, Anthony Lionheart Smith.
Yeah.
He's a Nebraska native, and him and his good buddy, our this past weekend listeners, left a voicemail a little while ago, and it was right before his last fight against Volkan Ozdemir. If you want to learn about him, you can check out Theo's recap.
Ozdemir, that Polar Pop.
Yeah, Polar Pop.
And he beat him.
Yep.
Yeah.
He beat him, choked him out. And I had bet on that 20-1, $20. And because I won that bet, I donated to Dustin Poirier's foundation.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, Anthony Smith, he's like a salt of the earth Midwestern guy, and he's been fighting for 12, 15 years, and he's finally getting a title shot.
Yeah, man, it was nice. He came out, and he was just the nicest guy. He stayed. I thought he was too nice. I couldn't believe he was a fighter. I was like, I don't know what his finishing move would be. Just fucking hugging somebody to death, Or he might just French kiss somebody to damn death, Like, I don't know what he just seemed like the nicest guy in the world. He might shake your hand to death, like, damn, bro. He put him in that double handshake and just fucking sent him to the Lord.
Yeah, don't let him fool you, though. He's very dangerous with those elbows and knees. It's not a friendly hug.
We had pants on and he had long sleeves, so I didn't see any of his weaponry, but I definitely could tell that he was a special guy. He had a special look in his eyes. It was like a look of endless hope and determination. That's what he kind of had.
Lionheart.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's true. I didn't even think about that. I think you have to have that to be one of those fighters. You have to. Yeah, I just can't imagine it, dude. I can't even. Because I remember, dude, if somebody rolls up behind, like at the supermarket, somebody gets too close and carts me in the back of the ankle, dude. I'm fucking going down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm going down for a 9 count at least. You ever been carted in the back of the ankle?
Yes.
Oh, that should be somebody's finishing move, you know?
That flat tire.
Yeah, where's that fighter at? I'd love to see one of these female fighters, you know? Maybe Shopper McGillicuddy or one of these ladies. You know,
that supermarket sweep.
Yeah. Get the ham. And I'll always remember that was one of the best shows ever, actually, Supermarket Sweep. And they would yell, "Get the ham."
You always go for meats and cheeses. That I learned early.
Oh, that Farmer John ham was a $37 item. Dude, and the fact they would put the ham and the Tide in the cart right next to each other, and we would lose our minds. We're like, you can't eat it. You can't eat the meat if it's near the Tide. God, dude, that show sent ripples through our family. And yeah, we'll have to have you put in an editor too, just a moment or two that's from YouTube of "Get the ham." And Supermarket Sweep, if you haven't seen this show, go back and watch it. It's quite a show. But dude, what a neat time though, because we had Evan Bartels came out. Lionheart came out. You know, that's just listeners, and people got together, and I wish I'd have known. I just should have planned a little bit in advance and made it like a, you know, just a thing for everybody to be a part of, maybe do an after party or something, you know? So maybe we'll try to do something like that in the future, but...
Sounds like just the who's who of Omaha are TPW listeners. I love that, the celebrities.
That's true.
Out.
Oh, and my boy Harrison Phillips came out.
Buffalo Bills?
Yep. And at first I thought it was Harrison Barnes, the basketball player. So I'm like walking up looking for like a tall black guy. And this big white dude comes up with a necklace on. I thought he was going to try to sell me a necklace, you know? Because usually if somebody's wearing a necklace, they selling them. And it was Harrison Phillips, man. And he plays defensive tackle over there. So it was nice. We went to lunch with him and we just learned all about what it was like to be like a young guy in the NFL. And one thing that was interesting that he told me was he said that a lot of the older guys, for them, it's more like a business, it seems like. Like to him, it's still like, you know, I'm excited. I'm, you know, stoked to be in the games. And they're all excited to play. But for them, you know, they start to see it more as, he still has that youthful energy where it's like, you know, it's, you know, there's other possibilities probably in his head in the world. And then some men are older and they're like, okay, this is my way of, you know, making a life for myself.
Just punching the clock.
Yeah. Yeah, punching the clock. I mean, excitedly punching the clock, but knowing that they have to be able to be at work the next year. And but I thought that was interesting, dude. We went out with him and some of his friends there in Omaha, and it was fun. But that snow, dude, that shit is, I mean, it's unnecessary, isn't it?
It is. It is. But at least you still made it to all your shows, unlike Chris D'Elia. I think he was canceling a show. He
canceled a show this week?
Yeah.
Because of what?
Because of snow.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure.
Let me say this. And you know what, actually, let me say this, man. I will never cancel a show. Here's what things I won't do. Cancel a show. I will never cancel a show unless if I lose an arm. You know what I'm saying? Say if, you know, I get in a, you know, somebody attacks me with a sword, or somebody, you know, somebody slams my arm in a sharp trunk. I'll be at my show, dude. I got another fucking arm. And Chris D'Elia, with all his money, he couldn't get an umbrella or a snow hat or somebody poor to just stand over him and knock the snow away as it comes near him. What a fucking... God, dude, the rich, man, I'll tell you this. I will never be rich enough where I feel like I don't have to perform for my audience. You can always count on me. I don't care. Dude, I know 6 people that have been hit by lightning. 6 real people. 4 still alive. And if you don't think that I know that Mother Nature's looking for me, you don't just know that many people that have been hit by lightning unless Mother Nature's trying to track your ass down. That's like lightning going door to door fucking looking for you. And I know I'm next, but I still go out there every day and do my work. Unlike these fuckers. So sorry, man. I didn't even get fired up. That shit makes me mad.
I hear you. If you want to hear his excuses, I just sent you the link to his tweet where he apologizes.
Okay. Yeah, man. Let me maybe take a look at that tweet real quick, because I don't like to do this gossiping, but I do like to see this kind of. I do like to see what my peers are up to and not up to. Oh, St. Louis. Oh, let me play this shit. He says it verbally. Let's hear this.
St. Louis. So listen, I can't get there.
Whoa. I can't get there. Let me think of what year it is, too. Probably 2019. There's hundreds of ways to get. Sled, horseback, car, motor home. You could fucking be in a home and just get there, okay? Hitchhike, plane, helicopter, ropes course. What else did he say?
I tried looking into flying. I tried to...
Bull. You tried looking into flying? Who are you, one of the fucking Wright brothers? Just get on a plane, bro. I was there. How far is St. Louis from, can we look that up if you don't mind, Nicholas? How far St. Louis, which is a city, is from another place where I was, Omaha, Nebraska. And I'm going to bet it is 8 hours.
It is 6 hours, 23 minutes, 432 miles.
Damn, I wish he'd have told me I'd have come over and done his show for him. Let's hear more.
Drive. I tried to even leave last night, but everything's blocked off and I can't.
Blocked off? By what? Huh? Ogres? What? What? Army? Military? The wall? What are you talking about? Let's hear more.
Get there for the show tonight. I feel extremely horrible, and I've worked it out to where I rescheduled the date to February 24th. So
wow. This reminds me of a stepdad. This is something like a stepdad does, you know, or a dad that doesn't really like to take care of his babies, you know, or doesn't really handle his children. Let's hear this excuse, the excuse part again.
Rescheduled the date to
can't
February
make your baseball
24th.
game.
So I will
can't be at your graduation.
Performing at the same theater.
I love your mom,
24th.
but this other lady.
All tickets
yeah.
that you bought are
can't
good
be at your baseball game.
For February
can't
24th,
be at your graduation.
At the Stifle Theater.
I love you, but I'm getting this apartment across town.
I tried everything
can't
I can
be at your baseball
to get there.
game.
I
still love your mom, but wish I could be there.
I'll see you February 24th.
Did you get my Christmas card?
Refunds will be granted if you can't.
Wish I could be there.
And I'm really
sorry.
At
your baseball game.
But forgive me.
Still love your mom, but the apartment complex has a pool. Wow, sorry. I fucking kind of zoned out there. But there you go, guys. And I was at my shows, and I will be in Kansas City. I'm going to make it up for Chris D'Elia since he can't be there. I'm going to, if you come to my shows in Kansas City and you dress up like Chris D'Elia, I am going to have a gift for you. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to have something special. Because, you know, I'm the kind of guy that takes care of his team. So... can't beat your baseball game. What else happened, man? What else happened, Nick? Let's get into some of the news. Oh, wait, I'll even play this. What was this clip somebody sent me? This is Chris D'Elia and Bobby. What is this, Nick?
Yeah, this is from recent Tiger Belly. It was on January 3rd. Chris joined Bobby,
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee.
And I'll tell you this about Bobby Lee, and I've said this to Bobby Lee before. Bobby Lee's probably one of the top 70 or 80 Asian people, you know? And I've told Bobby, if he doesn't keep his shit together, I will take him on a tour of VFWs around the country and watch old men beat his ass, brother. And you know that. What go on, Nick? Yeah,
Chris joined Tiger Belly podcast, and kind of out of nowhere, your name came up.
Okay, let's hear that clip.
I'm going to say something else to you, and I want to look in your eyes.
Okay.
And that's Bobby. He sounds like a cat with like a little bit of emphysema.
Not that there is one. But if there was ever a war between you and Theo Von,
yeah.
If there was ever a war,
sure.
You have my assurance.
Yeah.
That's the Slept Kingdom.
And they call him the Slept Kingdom because he sleeps 21 hours a day, and obviously taking advantage of his freedom here in America. Let's hear more.
My people, the papayas. Will back you.
I like that.
You're the king of the North.
That's very cool.
You're the king of the North.
Yeah, the king of the North couldn't land in St. Louis. Absolutely unbelievable. King of the North can't even get to the Midwest.
And my clan and my people.
Clan, did you hear that? I don't use that kind of terminology. Onward.
Are on your team.
Thank you.
Fuck the Rat King.
Alas.
I love him as a person.
Yeah.
Right? I love him as a Rat King.
But he's the guy who gets his dick cut off in the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And that's where they all laugh at someone else that's not in the room. So pretty crazy, man. It's just tough, you know. It's shit's getting real in these podcast streets. And I'll say this, Bobby, whenever you pass away of some, you know, disease because you obviously have something, if you're sleeping 23 hours a day, bro, after that, you're asleep 24 hours a day. That's dead. So you're 60 minutes away from needing someone to take care of your beautiful girlfriend, brother. And don't you worry about it. I will make sure that, I know you've been making sure she stays asleep. I'll make sure she stays awake, brother. Love you guys, man. Let's get into whatever else happened. I want to say this, that this episode is brought to you by Gray Block Pizza, 1811 Pico Boulevard on the way to the beach here in Los Angeles. And it's a beautiful pizza place, and it's a good place to take somebody and fill your mouth. Gray Block Pizza. Get that hitter. Daniela reached out, and we wanted to wish her husband, Tom, a happy birthday. He turns 34 on January 18th. Thank you to whoever brought the gifts for me this weekend. And that was Harrison Phillips, who brought me a Buffalo Bills hat and took me to lunch. I got a Rat King shirt and a nice green t-shirt. Also, I want to make a couple of announcements. We need some single moms. We want to do, we do some, thanks to our Patreoners, we do some fun stuff for single moms in different cities. And we would like to do one in Addison next weekend, in Addison, Texas, or Dallas, in that area. So if you have a single mom in that area, reach out to us first and let us know if you recommend somebody. Isn't that the way it works, Nick? Or how do we do it? Or do they reach out to somebody else?
Yeah, you nominate a single mom that you think deserves it in your city. Call into the hotline.
That's it. Hit the hotline, 985-664-9503.
And have it be your relative or friend or coworker, not like your significant other, just trying to get a free night out with your lady.
Right. So it needs to be somebody, this isn't your mother or grandmother, let's nominate someone who has young children so we can pay for their sitter. Not young, but children. We can pay for their sitter, and we can actually make it an experience for them. That would be awesome. And also Addison, and for Columbus, Ohio as well. What else? Oh, Australia, those tickets will go on sale this week. Or February 11th, those tickets will go on sale. So in another week or a couple of weeks. And then that's it. For news, I'll be in Irvine this week coming up. And I want to thank somebody at my New Orleans show brought me this Darryl Strawberry baseball card. And everybody knows the last time I did cocaine, I ended up fucking trying to look Darryl Strawberry in the eyes, and I couldn't even see him. And he was only about 4 feet from me. So, dude, I was a little high and outside. You know what I'm saying, bro? I was a fucking full count, baby. I was not in the batter's box. All right, we got some calls that came in. We'll go to the hotline. I'm going to tell you right now that we're going to leave Nick in here for these calls. Nick's not always going to be in here. He won't be in here next week. Just letting you know that right now, Nick.
Cool.
But yeah, just thought, I was just driving over today and just said, hey, well, just want to try something a little bit different. Because sometimes I get afraid to even try something different. It's like, I'm like, well, if I do this, are people still going to listen? Like, if I do this, am I going to, am I going to be, I don't know. I don't know what I get scared of. I guess, am I going to be, is it going to be funny? Is it going to be fun? I don't know. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think there is something with podcast listeners. Change is always weird. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and when something's new, it definitely jars you at first, but kind of like anything, you get used to it over time as a listener as well, and then that becomes the new normal.
Right. And we're not doing that here.
Yeah.
So
right,
obviously Nick's stumping for a job increase right there. I noticed that. But no, it's just something that I wanted to just do today. We're just going to, I thought I would be just have a different voice, just so I could have a new experience in here, and maybe it would just help me feel differently in the room or have a different energy. So you're not always going to be in here, Nick.
Word.
But does that sound mean or not?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm a soldier. Put me wherever you want.
Okay, there you go. You know what? You know where I also won't put you?
Where's that?
I won't put you in St. Louis because I show up and do my job. That's why. I show up and do my job. If my head got cut off, I would still show up, okay? and I'd have someone pour blood down my neck during the event to keep me alive, and I would play a recording of my show into the mic, because that's who I am. I am not Chris D'Elia. Let's get into some calls and see what happened. I want to thank everybody for hitting the hotline, 985-664-9503. Feeling pretty good today, man, and I'm just, I'm excited to be here with you guys. So thank you for being here with me. Let's go.
What's up, Theo? This is Brad from Charleston, South Carolina.
What's up, Brad? From Charleston. And Charleston, a good place over there. It gets a little slavey if you go down there over on the Battery. It definitely, some of the ghosts, if there's some ghosts over there, they're going to be pissed at you if you're white. But beautiful place. And I used to live over off of King Street a little bit, above the Bebe store. And had a good time. And I passed out over there in a taxi one time. The man picked me up, and I passed out. And he just drove for about an hour and a half. And then I woke up. It was like a $112 meter. And I said, well, where are we? And he goes, well, we're just waiting for you to tell me where to go. And I'm like, well, damn, bro. You could have stopped me at about $6 and asked me, You really tacked on that extra 106, just kind of milling around. You think I just come to consciousness when we pass my house? So that man really put it on me, but that's not a bad really plan either. But let's hear you. Go.
I just want to call and let you know I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss the podcast. At the end of this month, I'll be leaving for Navy basic training.
Oh, nice, man. Thank you for your service. On? Word?
I'm 25. I got a wife and a daughter, and I'm trying to do right by them and make their lives better, if that means making my life harder. I'll be back in 2 months, about middle of March, and I'll be back. I'll be listening, getting all the updates from my wife. She's going to fill me in by letters and let me know what's going on in the comedy world. Just want to tell you I love you. Gang, gang, man. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang, brother. And that's nice of you to send that message, man. And have fun. Have fun. It sounds like your wife and your kid, even just by the tone of your voice, I could tell that they really, they're happy for you. They're going to miss you, but they're excited. And they're going to have a lot to be proud of. And that's brave, man. And that's cool, when you're adding a chapter into your life. I mean, you'll be 30 before your term is done. You've served your country. I can only imagine the benefits that you and your family long term, and you're putting that work in now. And that's cool, man. It's very admirable. And gang, gang to you. And we'll follow up with you. We'll give you a call in March. Or if you'll check back in with us when you get out of basic, please. And we'll do a follow-up call and see what we can learn about the Navy and about basic training from you. But big hugs to your wife and kid. And if you will send us your address, if you'll call back and give your address, man, we'll send them a little, just something to keep them company over the time while you're gone. As always, the hotline, 985-664-9503. Did you ever serve, Nick? You weren't in the military, were you?
I wasn't. I'm kind of like you. There's like some regret that you never served. You never feel great about it. I don't know. Felt like a coward, kind of.
Yeah.
I never joined.
Do you have any skill? Can you use a sword? Can you do any?
That would have been a big problem. Not a ton of skills in that realm. Definitely no swords.
Nothing like that?
Mm-mm.
Like a knife, gun, chucks, anything?
Yeah, pretty much all weaponry. I'm novice at best.
Oh, wow. So victim is what they call people like Nick. So that's okay, bro. Hey, a killing stops when somebody dies, and that's the beautiful thing about it. It's like, the best thing you can do is if somebody's about to get killed, let it be you, and then it's over, So one day you may be of service. You never know. Me too. Dude, I told you, somebody with 2 shopping carts and I'm fucking done. I'm going to see the Lord, bro.
You know what both of us could learn from? The Coyne Survival School.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, actually. And I will do an ad. This is from our small business. Now, some of you guys don't know. It's like sometimes we have ads on here that are rare, honey buns or, homemade chicken pox remedies, or sometime, or chicken honey buns. You know what I'm saying? We'll have some unique mixes. But we do small business advertisements sometimes, where we offer TPW listeners who are small business owners, we offer them the ability to advertise on a large scale, since we have a good listenership, but at a smaller rate. And this episode is brought to you by Coyne Survival Schools, Coyne. Support a fellow This Past Weekend listener. You don't have to be a conspiracy theorist to want to be prepared for emergencies if you live in California. From fires to earthquakes to angry left-wing activists. You never know. Somebody has a sharp picket sign. Next thing you know, you catch a piece of sharp poster board to the neck, and it's a wrap. Well, Coyne is prepared to help you in the case of any emergency. You don't have to be an adventurer to want to learn how to handle yourself in the outdoors. The most common victims of outdoor survival situations are day hikers. Here at Coyne Survival Schools, they've put together a team of combat veterans and high-level first responders to provide real-world survival skills to the general public. Train in wilderness survival, emergency first aid, counter-kidnapping, urban disaster readiness, and more. It doesn't matter your experience or your background. Young or old, day hiker or operator, we have a training course for you. Experience life in a whole new way. Never be a victim again. Coyne Survival Schools alumni. Never afraid, always ready. Visit CaliforniaSurvivalTraining.com for more info. And at survival_expert for their Instagram. Again, that's CaliforniaSurvivalTraining.com. What kind of stuff could you survive, do you think, Nick? A flood?
Flood?
I'll name something, you tell me.
Okay.
Flood.
Probably not a strong swimmer.
Okay, so just a second ago you could, and now you can't.
I started to think about more.
Okay,
I'm, weak swimmer.
Okay. So flood is done.
Flood.
Fire.
Fire, I think I could survive.
Okay, say it's an indoor and outdoor fire. I'm not talking about like a space heater, that kills poor people outside of Chicago every year. I'm talking about a real heater, I'm talking about the fucking Mario and Luigi are out there chasing Bowser kind of shit. You know?
You don't have to swim in fire. I think I could do it.
You could?
Iron Will.
What would you do? There's fire outside. There's fire in the woods. You're running. What do you do?
It always seems like if you just go fast enough through fire, you don't catch on fire. So I think I just run straight through it.
Okay. Who's that guy running through the fire over there? Oh, that's Nick.
My theory could be wrong.
No, I like it though, bro. Look, I'll be behind you. Okay. Okay, let's think of another one. Hail.
Hail, great with hail.
Okay. Buzzards, big, large animal air attack.
Birds kind of freak me out too. I even get scared going over to that Whole Foods. Some of the birds.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Birds get super aggressive and they're not afraid of you.
Oh, I saw two. I don't know. One of them was a falcon or just a pigeon that had fucking something wrong with it. But I saw one of them attack this Filipino lady, and it was intense, dude. Stole a whole, kind of a small bag of groceries, but took the whole fucking thing, bro.
I think he must have known she was his natural enemy. Don't they eat a lot of bird?
Oh, I don't know, but she said she was on her menstrual cycle. She thought that's what it was. And she kept asking me. I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't know if pigeons attack people because they're, menstruating. Okay, let's get into some other calls, man. This is interesting. Here's a call that came in for the hotline. Onward.
Theo, what's going on, buddy? This is Kazi over here in Charlotte.
What's up, Kazi, over there in Charlotte? Thank you for your call.
Man, I just got done with that New Year hitter that you put out, and there was another guy who claims he was from Charlotte. I think he just made up a random city. But
oh, shit, a mystery. Charlotte's Web.
Let me just tell you this, dude. Nobody in Charlotte lays face down, ever.
Okay, you're talking about, we had a call last week. This gentleman texted in and said that he was laying belly down on his bed, on his phone, when his girlfriend came up and gave him a little bit of wild service from the back, a little face first, kind of looking for that snicker. So.
Okay, we don't got no stomach layers, dude. So that guy, he ain't from Charlotte, dude. He's a lie, all right? And if he was here, then he was birthed somewhere else, and he came over here, all right? So don't let him fool you, All right? And anybody listening, I just want you to know the good city of Charlotte, we lay face up, baby.
Gang, gang, brother. They lay face up. So, yeah, maybe that guy was born somewhere else and then ended up in the city limits. And I guess we'll never know. And look, I thought it was strange. You know, we got out the shower. I'm laying on my phone on my stomach, naked. Dude, that's a porno, basically. So, and I would like to announce also that I am, I believe, 35 days off of pornography. So pretty good, probably the longest that I've ever been. And I feel good, man. I feel pretty good. You know, I saw a flower the other day, beautiful flower, and I fucking got a little bit chubbed out. So I think I'm starting to get some of my natural senses back. And so thank you guys. It's only taken me 2 years to get a mild erection, not on an airplane. So it's been a good, who knows? Spring could come early here, literally. Let's take another call. Let's take this call here.
Theo, what's up? It's Brandon from Ellensburg, Washington. What's going on, man? Hey, here's my 1-year-old son again. I wanted to call and respond to the guy who said his girlfriend is communicating with her ex-boyfriend. Oh, yeah, we had that call last week that the girlfriend was still texting the ex. That's a load of shit. Man, life's too short for that. Do not talk to a girl who keeps in touch with their ex-boyfriend. That ain't cool under no circumstances. Unless they got a fucking kid together. And if they don't got a kid together, she got no business talking to him. You don't have to act like that you don't get jealous and I don't want to say nothing because I don't want her to think that I'm getting jealous and her insecure. Fuck that, man. You're talking to your ex-fucking boyfriend. Why the hell else would you talk? That's a load of shit. There you go, boy. That's a load of that shit. And that's it. And that man might be actual. He might be actual. Because if she's texting him, you driving her out for a little Sunday brunch or something, you taking her to the Holiday Inn. They got that buffet over there. My stepdaddy used to take us there, Mr. Charlie. And we'd get that buffet. And sometime one of us would hide under the table and we'd split that buffet, dude. We'd wear the same type of clothing and then fucking one of us would switch out and fucking eat at the plate. And dude, I'll tell you this. If she's still communicating with him while you driving her around and feeding her and all of that, then some of her laurels are sitting somewhere else. She's got an anchor sitting somewhere else. Now, if they have a pet together, a child, I think there's some cases where there's some friendship, but if it's a constant communication, then that is not just a friendship. You know, what do you think, Nick? Yeah, I think, like this guy said, at the very least, there's nothing wrong with expressing your uncomfortability with it because it doesn't seem right, and maybe she can elaborate. But like the caller said last week, she seemed to be hiding it from him. Yeah. So that's why it seems like it wasn't just a friendship. Otherwise, that would be out in the open. So. Yep. If you're having to hide, explain yourself, usually when you got to do anything like that, you're wrong. That's one thing that I notice from time to time. Thanks for the call, man. And yeah. And good luck with that 1-year-old in the background. I could hear that little thing kind of milling around. You know, that thing sounded like a large squirrel. You want to put a little more milk in it, you know? Let's take this call. Here we go. Theo, what's up, my man? New listener here, Devin Higgins, out here in Portland. Devin Higgins up there in Portland. And somebody just called about Portland and said it smelled like urine. Yeah. And told us not to come up there, that it was a sanctuary city and that there's needles everywhere. And you'll get murdered by a bum. Yeah. So very active bums, you know, onward. I had a little issue with episode 161. You had that guy coming on talking bad about Portland, saying we're full of the dark arts and everything. Mm-hmm. Portland's a beautiful city, man. I spent about 10 years away from home in California. Terrible place. He talked about smelling like piss. Well, I'll tell you what smells worse. San Francisco smells like you got people doo-dooing in their shorts. Oh, yeah. And doo-doo really is just hard, thick, brown piss. That's more like shit. More? Every block, I swear to God. But, you know, I don't really like people putting a bad name to Portland like that. It's a great place. Plenty of couples have a lot of success out here. You know, I got a girl now, and we're 30 minutes from some of the most beautiful nature you can see. And, you know, right downtown Portland, we got plenty of stuff to do. Great food. The summers, you can't beat them. It's green everywhere. You know what I'm saying, brother? Okay, you guys are on dope. And I'll say this, brother, that, look,
there's an upside and a downside to everything. And maybe that guy's living in a tough time. Maybe he's dealt with some, homeless that are, wielding swords or carrying, sharp sticks or something like that. Or, I was in San Francisco. I'm out there. This homeless guy turns around, throws a fucking bird right at me. Dead bird. Pigeon straight shot right at me, dude. And I was with this chick. I think she's a lesbian. And she fucking caught that bitch, dude. So that's the kind of shit that's going on along the coast, But yeah, you like it, he doesn't. Maybe I say y'all grab a sword and fucking meet out there. Figure it out, brother. And if you can't figure it out, then what I'm saying is one of y'all needs to go to damn Coyne survival schools, okay? One of y'all needs to tighten up. One of y'all can be Donatello and one of y'all can be Federici or whatever the fucking guy's name is. Ninja Turtles. But thank you for that call, man. Let's take another one. Here we go.
Hey, Theo. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang, brother. Thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate it, man. We get so many calls now and it's just nice. I feel bad sometimes that I'm just even getting used to just the calls coming in and, I don't know. Sometimes I feel bad like when I get used to stuff a little bit. Or if I just feel bad like if, I don't know. Sometimes I feel bad like if things are going good for some reason. I don't know what that is. Like if things are going good, sometimes I feel like a little bit ashamed of myself or something. Let's take the rest of your call. Thanks for calling.
This is JT from Houston, Texas.
Thank you for calling, JT.
Man, I just started listening to this past weekend, and man, what you're doing is so important. The message you have it's really touched me.
Well, thanks, man. It's interesting because the message usually is don't touch yourself. So, but I guess us touching each other is okay. And that's sweet of you to say, man. I don't even know what the message is on here sometimes, but I do know that I'll go to shows and so many people come out and just nice people and it's a good vibe. And so I know we're doing something good, even if we don't even know what it is sometimes. Onward. Because if I'm putting something out there and then I get lost, but then I go to a place and you guys are there and you guys remind me what it is, then that's some damn teamwork, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's about to have a fucking baby. Let's hear more.
You talked a lot about, it's a new year and the new year, new me. That's on everybody's mind right now. We're all trying to make changes. But, can you talk about how to move on from your mistakes, from hurting people because of your selfishness? Like me, I was engaged and I messed it up because of drugs and my selfishness.
Onward.
And, I regret it. It hurts. So, I was hoping you could speak on that a little bit. Thank you, brother. And like I said, you're doing some important things over there, man.
Thanks for calling in, brother. That was nice of you to call. Let me hear exactly what you want to know about one more time. I didn't forget, but I want to hear it again.
Year, new me. That's on everybody's mind right now. We're all trying to make changes. But, can you talk about how to move on from your mistakes, from hurting people because of your selfishness? Like me, I was engaged and I messed it up because of drugs and my selfishness.
Yeah, one of the tough things about hurting somebody is it's hard for you to fix it because you're the inflictor of the pain sometimes. So, it's like if you burn down somebody's house, they don't want you coming back over talking about building it up. They just want you to stay away from the premises. And especially when it's drugs and alcohol, I do notice though that a lot of times people will be forgiving. But you're gonna have to do the work though to earn their forgiveness. But also you got to do the work to make yourself in a better place where you can enjoy your life and you're not going to do those types of things anymore. Man, it's amazing the level of trauma and wreckage that addiction can cause. I mean, you'll just, drugs and alcohol, they don't want us, if you're an addict, they don't want you to love other people. They don't want you to love yourself. They do not want the best for you. And it's tough, man. And how to move on from that, I think one of the things you can do is you can ask a higher power to help you to hurt less. That's what I do sometimes, man. Because whatever I've been doing, whatever I was doing at some points in my life, I couldn't get any better myself. The best I could do for myself sometimes was getting fucked up, you know, or lying or cheating or doing those sorts of things. And so now it's like I try to just, I ask a higher power, man. You can make one up, you can do whatever you want, but just as long as you're not running your own show, because sometimes when we run our own show, fuck, look at what we already did. Not much. So we need help. We need help running our show. We need to ask somebody else for suggestions and for guidance. But just because you did some rough things or just because you did some things that were wrong doesn't mean that you're a bad person, you know? It just means that you might have done some things that weren't great. You know, it doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be cared about by yourself or by other people. But it's not something you can just ask for and get. It's going to be something that needs to build in you. You know, it's going to be something that people will see over time that you're a different person. But I know that you can get there. And you know the ways you can get there, man. You're going to have to probably seek some help or some guidance from, you know, there's 12-step programs. There's, you know, ask somebody else who's had the same problem how they solved it. And I bet they'll be able to help you out. But there is one thing, though. If you have a wife and a child or an ex and a child, or there's two people out in the world who I bet would really prefer to love you than to not love you. So, you know, that's kind of nice that you got two people that are already halfway there. Even if the mother's upset at you now or whatever, man, it's a lot easier probably to get them to love you than just to get some stranger and her kid to love you off the street. You walk up to some lady and her fucking kid, and you're like, hey, they're going to fucking mace you, bruh. So you got a real shot, I think, because you've already been in these people's lives. And I bet that they know that you probably have a pretty good heart. Good luck, bud. Let's take this other call that came in.
Hey, Theo. Happy 2019, brother.
Gang, bruh.
My name is Frank Martinez.
Oh, Frank Martinez, dude. That sounds like a fake name.
Found something out, and I got to ask, is this true? Are you Polish Nicaraguan? Because I am Polish Nicaraguan. I grew up in Wisconsin, but my dad is from Nicaragua.
Dang, dude. Nick grew up in Wisconsin. Do you know this guy?
I don't.
Frank Martinez?
I've never met a Nicaraguan besides you.
Huh.
He came here in the 70s, and my mom, and they got married. My mom grew up on a dairy farm in the middle of Wisconsin. But
oh, hell yeah, boy. He came to get that fucking leche, papa.
My grandparents were from Poland.
Dang, dude. So you're a real Polish. You're that Polish Nicar. That's what they call us, man. Where my Poles at? Where my Nicars? Where my real Nicars at? And yeah, man, my grandmother was Nicaraguan. And my father was half Nicaraguan. He grew up there, and then they moved here. In 1922, my father's family moved here. They was first generation from Nicaragua, and they worked on a farm over there. They were mahogany farmers, so they was growing wood, you know, which I think, dude, it fucking takes a long time. You know what I'm saying? You might need. It's almost kind of a lazy job. I mean, you're really just doing a little planting and then waiting for your grandchildren to fucking cut down a tree, you know, 'cause that shit takes a long time, dude. So they were probably just reading and maybe smoking cigarettes. But that's awesome. And if I get back up there, you got to come out and say, hey, and we'll have a good time together, man. But I appreciate that. Oh, shit. So unprofessional I am. All right, let's take another call or two, man, and then we'll get into let you guys just relax and get in your evening. I know my Saints won tonight, so I want to be able to just go sit and think about that and reflect a little bit. And I've been reading this David Goggins book. That's pretty cool, so I'm excited about that. So let's hear more.
Hey, Theo, Jared from Daytona Beach, Florida. Hey, man, I got a question for you about those one of those dark arts, man.
Now, Daytona Beach, we never went there during spring break. We went to Palm City, West. What this place was it really wasn't a beach. I mean, they had a bunch of sand and water there, but I don't think they were connected. It was called Pensacola. And they, dude, one time this dude, Billy, and he was an alcoholic. Sorry, Billy, if you don't know that. I haven't even discussed it with him, but we grew up together. But he broke out. We had one hotel room. We got in. Everybody's peed in it. Literally, he broke the window out with his arm. He had a broken arm already and broke the cat. He hit the cast on the window at the front. And for the rest of the weekend, people just peed in through the window into this room, so nobody could even sleep in there. And it was like one of those rooms. It was just all stone walls and floor. Like they were like a murder, and they could probably have it cleaned up in a couple hours. So, and he didn't pay for the window though. And so he got arrested, and then we sold all of his clothes and shit up and down the strip so we could get enough money to pay for the window. We sold all of his shit, everything. $1, $2. Yeah, that was it. Okay, all of his shit was gone. We got $75. We got that new window put in. So God is good, man. Let's hear a little more of that call. Onward.
Messing with that good old masturbation.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, man, I got a question for you about those, one of those dark arts, man, that I've been messing with. That good old masturbation. Well, I found lately, I should tell you, I'm in a relationship of like 5 years, so you could, it's pretty serious to live together. Man, these girls, man, these harlots, they're out there, they're coming after me, man, and when they hit me up, sometimes in my moments of weakness, I'll hit them back up and reach back out to them. Now, I never do anything too crazy, but I notice it sometimes gets me going when we're in the conversation, and I sometimes start touching myself in the middle of it. Mm-hmm. But as soon as I'm done, I delete the conversation and delete them out of my life, and I'm done with it. So
yeah, you basically hitchhiking. That's hitchhiking, man. Is what it is. You're hitchhiking from just one moment to the next, one high. That's a crazy thing. Sometimes I'll get in my phone, and next thing you know, I'll be 20 texts deep, into a conversation, man, with a stranger. You don't even know what's going on. It's just like traveling through space, and then suddenly just some pussy goes by, That's how you're phony. You get into these DMs or into these, people will be Snapchatting. You might be in church. You open up a Snapchat, and somebody, got just the Lord just shaved into the back of their nuts. You're like, whoa. You don't know what's going on anymore. People always want to know where Pandora's box is. It's right here. You be doing nothing, man. You might be on a fire. You're trying to call for help. You accidentally open up a chat and they got some titties out there. Somebody's drinking beer off of a titty somewhere outside of, maybe outside of Macon or outside of Toledo. You're like, well, what the fuck? I'm in a fire. And, you can barely save yourself. And you'll get in these zones where your neck hurts and you're just fucking just all hopped up deep into the dark web. You're just typing in girls' names and shit like Samantha. Just looking through fucking Samanthas. You're 900 Samanthas deep. You can't even breathe anymore. You're in a fire. Different time, man. And if you're in a relationship, let me just tell you this, man. You keep jerking off, bruh. You keep snapping in that and sending back titty in that, you're going to end up not well. Don't fucking come in a cup and tell me it's milk, brother. Don't lie to me. Because here's what I'm saying. If you start here and you're doing this and that, next thing you know, you're going to be doing that and this. You start here, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you fucking, what they say, you hang out at a fucking barbershop, you're going to get your hair cut. You don't see somebody with a buzz cut who hadn't been around a clipper. So if you find yourself snapping these girls and chatting them and doing this and that, eventually you're going to meet one. You're going to meet one somewhere, get you a little big gulp. Y'all get a Twix or something. One of them candies, they got 2 candies for everybody. One for you and one for them. That's the fucking, Dude, let me tell you this. Somebody gets a Twix, they trying to fuck, man. That's that fast dinner. That's that fast sugar dinner. A Twix, here you want, I want, bam. Get your dicks out. Or your soft dicks if you's a woman. So look, man, if you're going to jerk off, then do it. But don't blame it on these women and that. 2 things are happening here. You're fucking around on your phone, and then you're masturbating. And one will lead to the other. So you need to tighten up. Unless your girl doesn't care. But in a year, when you're not, you gotta have some titties from Toledo to even talk to be able to get an erection on your own girlfriend. Things could be pretty sour. So, sorry. That shit kind of gets me fired up, man. I'm just saying, dude, this is the devil's window. You want to know how the devil gets into your life? Right here. Right here. This is fucking MySpace, bro. MySpace, they said, allegedly ruined over 700,000 marriages. You got a friend, bro. What did they say on MySpace, Nick? What was the thing? Did they say, you got a friend? What was it? You've got a friend.
That's,
Might be the Beatles.
Oh.
Paul McCartney. Oh, fuck, I don't know, man. I think I need to go to sleep.
Newman.
That was Newman?
No.
Paul Newman's own dressing?
I can't remember that motherfucker's name.
Dude, if I bring Ranch over, I'm a friend, brother. All right, let's hit this one more call here, guys. Thank you for your patience, because this I see is on the same vibe.
Hey, Theo. This is Brian from Redding, California.
Hey, Brian from up there in Redding. And I remember Redding Railroad from Monopoly. So, how are you, brother? Onward?
Really big fan. Had an important question I wanted to ask you, brother. See if you can help me out a bit.
I probably can't, but I'm going to try.
I got a smoking hot wife.
Send a pic to that previous caller, dude. Not me, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tighten up.
This guy just called in to brag. I got a problem, hot wife.
Yeah, dude. Must be really fucking tough, dude. We got a guy in a wheelchair. We got a guy going off to the Navy. We got a dude getting his butt eaten out from we have a guy who's laying on his belly reading a book naked on his bed. We got bigger fish to fry, man. Jesus Christ, Onward.
We've been together about 4 years. We've got a couple of babies together. I've been finding myself, when I get in the mood, I have the opportunity to, get at my wife, but I find myself going in the bathroom and watching pornography. I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to take up role play and make it a little more exciting, or if I'm just addicted to porn. Help me out, brother. Gang.
Gang, man. Thank you for the call. Get in there, man. That's what you need to do. You need to get back into your wife, Porn will not help. Here's the thing. Porn will not help you. Porn is not real. Dude, even when you meet porn stars, you spend time with them, you hang out. It's never, the porn is, it's where it's supposed to be. The fantasy is not, the reality is not the same as the fantasy. And the more you go to that, the less you're going to your wife. And then you get these visions stuck in your head. You get a vision, and you start thinking, oh, I want to see some titty, but I want to see titty over here when I'm in the back or I'm in the bathroom. When you got you in there taking fake shits and stuff so you could look at your phone. That's the worst, man. I remember I dated a girl about 10 years ago, and I was always, she probably thought I had damn leukemia or something. I had, always doing duties in there in the back. And I was, looking at pornography and hiding titty literature around the house. I had shit hidden everywhere, man. She tried to make a cake one time and a bunch of fucking, pussy and tits fell off the shelf. It doesn't end, man. And next thing you know, you in the bathroom, you're supposed to be her husband and you in there doing duties all the time because you jerking off and looking at different stuff. And then one time she opens your phone up and and all this time, you don't realize when you're doing that, so much of the affection and stuff you're supposed to give to her, you're just giving away to this screen, man. Giving away to some broad you don't even know. Big Belinda or something. Out there banging, brothers or gingers on the internet. Deep Ginger, that's a new thing people are watching. What the fuck is going on? Jesus. So I just say you need to put it down, man. And if you need if you need real help, you should maybe go talk to a therapist about it, because it's a problem, bro. 15 years I was out there, out in the mean streets, out there Pornhubbing and fucking, you know, just, dude, I would set up a date with somebody, then I'd jerk off and cancel the date. Fuck is that? Dude, I probably did that 200 times, bro. That's crazy. You know, but that's the power, you know. My feature this weekend, Ari Manis, he came out and he's been coming with me. He goes, I can't even go to bed unless I jerk off. I'm like, dude, that's not good. You're supposed to say your prayers, bro. You know what I'm saying? You out here jerking off. God don't want you coming on something around the house just so you can get some fucking shut eye. It takes that machismo out of you. But I think, and here's the thing, I just think you're better than doing that. And I think you want to be better than doing that. And you probably do it because, you know, it's easier, but also because it's addictive, man. It is addictive. It's nicotine for your nuts, bruh. You know? I mean, it's the high level, the intensity, double titties everywhere. You can't make that at the house. So I wish you well, man, because I know that struggle. You know, but you can stop, dude. It only took me 2 years to get 34 days off of pornography, dude. You can do it. But I'm here to tell you, you can do it. All you got to do is start. All you got to do is start. And then something new can happen, man. You just got to start it. Something new can happen. And dude, I tried to stop. I tried to quit so many times. So many times. And then right now I'm having a good streak of not being on it. And it does make me feel better. I feel a little bit. I just feel better. I mean, if you don't watch it unhealthily, it's not bad for you. But if you are watching it every night before you go to bed, what is that? Is that normal? You looking at high definition ass in there? And deep ginger? Come on, man. We know better than that. Thank you guys so much for calling in. Thank you for your support. I'm going to be at Irvine this week. I think the shows are almost sold out. So I'm so excited. We'll be here next week for a Martin Luther King episode. Black History Month is coming up quick. So if you have some black friends, you know, celebrate them. You know, take somebody out for, you know, a McRib, or get them a Louis Armstrong album, or, you know, just do something that, you know, buy a Spud Webb jersey, or just do something fun. You know, do something outside of your norm. I might listen to some of my favorite urban artists. And that's it, man. Be good to yourselves, guys, because I know you deserve it. Evan Bartels, it was nice to meet you in person this past weekend. And let's get out of here. This is the devil, God, and me. Man, the three elements we're always dealing with, huh? Dang tug of war between the devil, God, and me. Take care of yourselves.
Mother, may I open my eyes? 'Cause there's a great big world waiting right outside.
Man, it's a good song, man.
Mother, may I raise my voice? Do we the people have that choice? Mother, may I rest my head? Though I did not try my best. Mother, may I sip the wine? Though I did not tend the vine. you can come for me. Oh, death, but you can't comfort me.
Death, you can come for me, but you can't comfort me.
Well, devil, I do have your name stuck in my ear, and I'm to blame. No, I beg you, let me be. Devil, you ignore my plea. The crown of lies I wear in shame. What I would give to try again. Oh, death, you can come for me. Oh, death, but you can't comfort me. Jesus, may I have your grace? Jesus, though I hide my face, and will you cast my doubts away? Take my sins down to the grave. If there is hope, then let me see. There is life for those like me. Oh, death, you can come for me.
Powerful song, man. Man.
Oh, death, Lord, but you can't comfort me.
I think we got to do a show in Kansas City, man. We have to do an after party.
Oh, death, you can come for me.
Evan Bartels, baby.
Oh, death, how you can comfort me. Oh, death, I will conquer thee.
And we'll put the link to that song right there on the episode so that you guys can get a hold of it. Thank you guys for being here again. Sorry to keep dragging this out. So that'll be that. Nick, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. It was good. And thank you guys for being patient through this new experience and just seeing what a different experience would be like for a little bit. And thank you for your calls. And thank you for trusting us to listen to some of the things that are going on with you guys. And always, as always, you can, and thank you for letting us share as well. And the hotline is 985-664-9503. You can always call the hotline throughout the week if there's something you need to share, any issue you're having or whatever, anything we can put out to our group that maybe that our listeners can help you with. feel free to reach out to us. Be good to yourselves. You guys deserve it. I know that.
Randy Newman. Randy.